That's the next fight for me and him, and I'm gonna show the world, why Terence Crawford ain't been able to get those big marquee fights as everybody say I haven't had. I'm gonna show him why.
How's he gonna do it? What is he gonna do? Because fortunately for him, Ugas was standing still. Ugas was standing still. Ugas made it easy for him. He didn't put up too much resistance. Not resistance like a dude like Crawford will go put up. Ugas stood square right in front of him, shoulders up, stood square right in front of him. And Spence went to work. And that's what Spence does his best work. When you right in front of him. So how's Errol Spence, a guy who hasn't really stopped anybody? I mean, you call the Ugas fight a stoppage, but prior to that, he hasn't stopped anybody, a legitimate stoppage where dude was he got stopped in a long time. It's hurt Spence. I mean, of course, man. I mean, Ugas did hurt him. And Ugas can't punch like that. He can't punch like Crawford. He can't punch like Crawford, bro. Errol Spence, man. Just like Crawford said, I like the guy. I'm a fan. But I got Crawford whooping him. Crawford said, I'm just whooping his ass. I'm just whooping his ass. And it's funny because nobody has a rebuttal to none of this stuff I'll be talking. There'll be no real rebuttals. No more Bob Arum no more. Loyal to the game. No more Bob Arum. No more, he got to sign this. He got to do that. Oh, he got to, ain't no more. None of that. We talking about this fight now. We talking about this fight now. No more sides of the streets. None of that, bro. See, Ugas got sent to the hospital because he sat there. So he got sent to the hospital because he sat there. You can't just sit there and let Errol Spence do what he do. You can't just sit there stupid. That's low IQ fighting. Extremely low IQ. Lamar Peterson did the same shit. He sat there in front of him and let Spence go to work. He let him go to work. Crawford ain't gonna let him go to work. You gonna have to work for this work. And we saw what happened when he was in there with some dude with some speed, like Sean Porter. Some dude with some speed, not necessarily the fastest guy, but a really good athlete. Spence was struggling. Cap, bro. Spence ain't gonna have too many advantages in this fight either, man. He's not gonna have the southpaw advantage, right? And let's say this: Bud Crawford take that jab away. Then what? What you gonna do, bro? Crawford takes your jab away. What you gonna do? Crawford isn't necessarily known for a great jab or nothing like that anyway. But he takes yours away. Then what you gonna do? Because he's really good at taking away things you're good at or beating you at what you're good at. So if he takes away Errol Spence's jab, which is one of Errol Spence's main weapons that he used to really set up his offense, then what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do, man? Like he said, I got the will and all that. So Errol Spence, in my opinion, what I think he's gonna do, he knows he can't outbox Crawford. He's not gonna be able to outthink Crawford. He's not craftier than Crawford. Errol Spence is gonna try to outwill Terence Crawford. That's what Errol Spence is gonna do. He's gonna try to outwill. He's not gonna be able to get away from everything Crawford's throwing. He's not gonna be able to counter punch Crawford. None of that. What he's going to try to do is he's going to try to bully and really outwill Terence Crawford and lull him into a dogfight. Errol Spence sitting there pawing that jab like he does. Crawford's going to eventually time that shit or time it early and hit and punch in between that shit. And then what? There's no more Bob Arum. There's no more sides of the street. We talking about the fight now. We talking about the fight now. Hell, I think Porter stylistically was a tougher matchup for a smaller Crawford than Spence is. And you saw how he handled Porter. Spence in 5. You said Crawford ain't got that dog in him. He can't sit in the phone booth. Why would he sit in the phone booth if he don't need to? When he can style and profile on you. That's not smart. Errol Spence got to do that because he got to do that. So only way Crawford get low to that fight if he indulges into fighting in the phone booth. He welcomes it. Other than that, Crawford's going to be the ring general in that fight. Who's going to be the ring general? Who's going to dictate the pace of the fight? These are things that you guys that was running with the business narratives and shit and the Bob Arum excuses for years. Y'all forgot all about the actual fight. Y'all forgot about the fight. What about that eyeball? What about that eye injury? What about that PSD? What about the fact that he's been at that weight class for a long time? Yeah, y'all forgot all about all that. And he's in there with one of the best, meanest fighters on the planet. And Terence fucking Crawford. And he's in there with a guy that's ambidextrous. Got more knockouts than he got fights. I'm very interested in seeing how Errol Spence Jr. does this. Because I think this might be a one-sided ass whooping. Terence Crawford gonna show up and show out because this is what he's been waiting for his whole career. They've been saying, oh, he ain't fought nobody. Oh, he about to fight somebody. He about to show out. I'm sorry I'm so biased, but I've been biased because I see this fight. I don't see how Spence could beat this guy. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago when Crawford first moved up, he was still skinny and shit. When he first fought Benavidez and Horn, maybe then. But stylistically now, and then he's older, stronger. Nah, bro. Spence been out of the ring. Nah, bro. Spence ain't gonna make it past 9, bro. I'll give it 10 rounds max. This fight ain't going past 10 rounds, man. And then, not to mention, he trains with young killers, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got the young killer Keyshawn. He got the savage samurai Shakur. He got the young boys to keep him sharp. Come on, man. How is Spence gonna beat Bud? Come on, man. I like Spence, but I gotta give it to you. Cause none of these other dudes go call it like that, bro. They too damn scared to call it for what it is. Errol Spence is a great fighter. It's just unfortunately that a greater one may be amongst him and Terence Bud Crawford. What advantage do Spence have in this matchup? He don't have the reach advantage. He don't have the height advantage. He might have the strength advantage, and he even said so himself. Crawford deadlifting 450 pounds with Tim's on. Picking up Sean Porter, walking him. The football player that came down, that beat Usyk in the amateurs and shit. He picking up walking dudes and shit, bro. Come on, man. Errol Spence ain't done it. PBC did good by Spence, but I think they also did bad by him. And what I mean by being bad by him is that is he prepared for a crafty fighter? You said there's no Errol live streams, yeah, because they don't know how he can win for real. There's no more narratives, no more Bob Arums, no more who ducking who. They don't know what to do now. Because deep down, every boxing fan in the world knows that Terence Crawford is a bad motherfucker. And they can't figure out a way exactly how he's gonna beat Errol Spence gonna beat him. They can only hope. Especially now. How's he gonna do it? I don't know how he gonna do it. And then once Crawford gets going, once he gets your timing down, your tempo, your rhythm, which Spence is pretty straightforward. He's a pretty straightforward fighter in comparison to a lot of other guys Crawford has faced, who may be quote unquote lesser guys or not a known champ, whatever.